Other interesting political news, you have California now mostly red, not by number of votes, but by counties. Now, this is one of the biggest deltas or changes we've seen from the 2020 election to 2022, or sorry, 2024, and it is astronomical. Now, this comes to us thanks to Benny Johnson. He says, quote, Trump didn't just win every swing state, but he also atomized decades of Democrat apparatus building. This is California because of MAGA. It will now play in future cycles. And yeah, it is crazy. A majority of California is now red by county. That is insane. Now again, Trump still lost it by I believe 1.2 million? Let me pull the statistic really quick. And in terms of pulling up the election map, it is hilarious and quite concerning how corrupt or inept Arizona is. It's been days, and of course, Maricopa County, they still haven't counted all their votes. So to me, that means either woefully inept or corrupt. So Arizona, fun fact, they've only counted 72% of their votes. Right, Trump is winning 52.3% to Kamala's 46.8%. But how bad of a job could he be? Yet another example of the ineptitudes of the public sector. Give it up, Arizona. Now, again, going to California, in terms of the breakdown, it's still overwhelming Kamala by percentage. It's 57.5% for Kamala Harris, coming in at 5.915 million votes. Donald Trump is second at 39.8, coming in at 4.09 million votes, which, again, I still can't believe there are Republicans living in California, the highest tax state, the highest regulation. Why are you still there? Especially with work from home. I know the weather is beautiful. The food is amazing too. I got to go there once for IT training almost a decade ago. I understand that, but is it really worth your freedom? And the income tax, I believe, is up to 13.5% in California. That's criminal. And yet they still live there. If all of those Republicans just leave and go to every swing state, the U.S. will be red for decades. Oh, that's assuming we actually, deport the 11 plus million illegals have gotten here lately. But I partially digress. And then you also have Jill Stein or RFK Jr. got 1.1% of the vote in California, which again he told everyone to vote for Trump. I partially digress. They got 112,000 votes. Jill Stein got 84,000, and Chase Oliver, the worst libertarian candidate in decades, got 38,000 votes in California. So again, in terms of vote breakdown, it's still about 2 million more Democrats versus Republicans, but it is really impressive to see the map goes from so much blue to so much red. And it also goes to show you how many people live in those cities. It is astronomical. Hilariously, really? Let me see here. I gotta double. Yeah, hilariously enough, really? That can't be right. I'm trying to read. Let's see here. Trying to pull it up here. Can't. I apologize. I can't actually read the specific counties that are on the border. But how the hell is it possible that California, the ones near, I would think the ones near the border, I thought they'd be more red, but that's just me. Interesting enough, and pretty interesting. This post by Benny got 1 million views and 45,000 likes. One of the first likes or comments comes from Chuck Costello saying, "quote This election has changed the nation for the entire generation, getting 646 likes." We also have NGOs saying it will be all red once Congress passes a law requiring both voter ID and in-person voting. Yeah, that would change things quite a bit. That being said, Gavin Newsom is very much against that. He actually passed a law because there are conservative counties in California, as we've seen, where they want to enforce voter ID law and actually passed it on a local level, but Gavin Newsom struck it down. Because of course he would. He's the most corrupt lizard person ever. I'm only partially kidding. He's not a lizard person. He just seems to be inherently just mentally vacuous and evil with his policies. Let's see here. David McCrane says, quote, Harris leads California by 1.7 million. California lost 1.2 million to immigration 2020-2023. Harris won New York by 900,000. New York lost 800,000 to immigration between 2020 and 2023. Harris won New Jersey by 200,000. New Jersey lost 153,000 to immigration from 2020 to 2023. Of course, those who voted for her, those who voted with their feet, and Trump almost flipped these states. Getting 341 likes. The Patriot Kyle says he rebuilt the Republican Party, and we're here to stay, getting 194, speaking 195. Wow, we're at the 213 right before our eyes. Let's see here. Johnny Anderson, best pronouns ever, anti-communist, approve, says, turns out when you appeal to people more than more than weak men and angry women. What? That bad grammar? Let me double check this. Turns out when you appeal to more people than weak men and angry women, people will vote for you, getting 88 likes. Sarah Smith says, let's go. And it's a red wave that says MAGA, getting 74 likes. EBD says, let's make California red in 2028, getting 58 likes, which, again, if you had a federal, I'm not sure the constitutionality, if you have a federal mandate for voter ID on a state level for a federal election, I'm not sure how that would pan out. But if that were actually enacted, I think a lot more states would be red and libertarian. Let's see. Be a lot less dead people voting too, I suspect. And not too many contrarian statements here. Here's a good one, though. Gigi says, when California stops electing woke, cheating, and lying Democrat governor, the state will turn conservative red. There's a screenshot of a article that says surplus into a $73 billion deficit in under 2 years. That's Gavin Newsom for you. Which, again, for how much money they steal from the tech companies at taxes, there's no reason they should have a deficit with the exception of corruption. I think that's why, or ineptitudes, or both. Again, the biggest tech companies are all headquartered there. Most of them were. Still, many of them are, but a lot of them actually moved to other places, like Texas, infinitely better for business. But let me know. I mean, to me, that was just so dramatic. And again, I remember California decades ago was red. It has not been for a long time. I believe last time it was red was with Reagan. But yeah, to see how much of it grew. It's up now. I think it's still going to take a lot to actually flip it red in terms of the election. Because again, you see like places like Illinois, or if you're not from there, you mispronounce it's Illinois, which maybe I'll call it that just because my disdain for the political corruption and willful ineptitudes and bad business practices. And yeah, I'll call it Illinois, sure. Well, if you look at Illinois on a map, or Illinois on a map, and voting wise, a lot of it is red. It's just the shitties that make it blue. Which, yeah, Illinois will be good next year. Like the Bears. Political and sports balls joke. It won't. But pretty dramatic to see that breakdown. I mean, who knows what will happen in 2028? And shoot, before we know it, we'll be at the 2022 midterms. Let me know, do you think it's possible with the current people in the U.S. and the current voting laws we currently have, is it possible to turn California red? Let me know in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.